Doctor Strange was directed by Scott Derrickson, and it stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Dr. Stephen Strange. And this movie came out November 2016, so that was my last year of high school when this movie first came out, so I was in 12th grade at the time. So let's talk about it. In this movie, we meet Dr. Stephen Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. He's a neurosurgeon. He's sort of a prick, and then until one night he gets into a major tragic debilitated car accident, and tragically messes up his hands. So he's trying to go search for help, but then he finds help from the Ancient One, Mordo, and Wong, and they're teaching him about magic and dimensions, and when he discovers all that, he becomes a sorcerer. And now we got our movie. This is a movie that I haven't seen in a while, so I rewatched this movie last night, and now I'm reviewing it. And the reason why I'm doing that is mainly because we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness coming out May 6, 2022. So I can't wait to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, including a lot of people, including myself, are really looking forward to it. And I heard it's going to be probably one of the darkest Marvel movies, and one of the darkest Marvel movies in the MCU, and also be the first MCU movie to be a scary horror movie. And I'm like, okay. I can't wait to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, though. So that's why I'm reviewing the first Doctor Strange movie, leading up to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So that's all I'm gonna say. So I've been looking forward to this movie once again, because I'm a huge fan of Doctor Strange, you know, because I got the Marvel Legends figure in the background, because that's the Doctor Strange that I gotten from the Marvel Legends line, the Marvel Legends wave of Spider-Man No Way Home. So there's Stephen Strange over there. So with this Doctor Strange movie, I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I rewatched it last night, and I still had a good time with this movie. Now, this is by far one of the best Marvel movies in the MCU, and this was probably our first time introducing to a strange and obscured character, which is Doctor Strange himself. And I think this movie is pretty good. So let's talk about the actors and the characters. Let's start off with is Benedict Cumberbatch as Dr. Stephen Strange. And tell you this is my first time experiencing Doctor Strange. When I first heard announcements about the film a couple of years ago. Yeah, because a couple of years ago, this was my first time experiencing Doctor Strange and Benedict Cumberbatch. And Benedict Cumberbatch as Dr. Stephen Strange. No one can actually play Dr. Stephen Strange than Benedict Cumberbatch. And Benedict Cumberbatch was a perfect choice as Doctor Strange, and with Doctor Strange right here, he's with Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. He's really good in this movie. He's a neurosurgeon, like I said. Yeah, and then like I said, he gets into a car accident, and then he's trying to like get his hands back to normal. In order for him to do that, I guess, is to do magic, discover about like other dimensions, like say the mirror dimension and all that, and discover more of the mythical stuff that he's trying to learn. And he's still a surgeon, and he's still a neurosurgeon at a hospital. So that's Benedict Cumberbatch, and he's really fantastic in the movie, because Dr. Stephen Strange actually appeared in the first Doctor Strange movie, which is this one. He appeared in Thor Ragnarok, probably for a cameo. He appeared in Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, and what else? And Spider-Man No Way Home. And that's Dr. Stephen Strange. And I can't wait to see the second film. And I can't wait to see the new Doctor Strange movie that he is going to be in. So that's Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. And next up is Rachel McAdams. Rachel McAdams as Dr. Christine Palmer. She's really great in this movie. I don't know what took forever for her to be returned back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though she is going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But in this movie, she is really great in this movie, because, you know, and also we do spend more time with her, but in the movie, later on in the film, or probably at least a few minutes, or later on in the movie, we don't really see her that much in the movie. And then afterwards, we only see her for probably at least a couple of 15 minutes, or probably at least 20 minutes, and gone, and not see her anymore. So, and also she's not really the love interest of Doctor Strange, which I'm like, that's kind of weird for me. I wonder why she's not even that close to being the love interest to Stephen Strange. Not even that close. But a little bit close, but not close enough. But all I can say is Rachel McAdams is really good in this movie, and I can't wait to see her in the second Doctor Strange movie. And next up is Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One. She's really, really good in this movie. Because I think in the comics, the Ancient One is most likely Asian in the comics. I can't remember. But in this movie, the Ancient One is played by Tilda Swinton, and she's really great in this movie because she's really good in this movie because she's teaching Stephen Strange about magic, teaching him about the dimension, about other dimensions and the astral body forms of the in the movie, and teaching him all this stuff that Stephen Strange has never learned before. But the Ancient One was really good in this movie. Well, played by Tilda Swinton. So that Swinton, I forgot, but whatever. But that's it for her. And next up is Benedict Wong as Wong himself. And I'm like, wait. So Wong is your character, but Wong is the last name of the actor. It's true. So Benedict Wong as Wong is really great in this movie. Is really good in this movie. Even though he is going to be in Doctor Strange too, but we did see him in Avengers Infinity War, Endgame. We did see him in Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And now in this movie, I can't wait to see him come back for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And Benedict Wong as Wong is really good in this movie because he's also, I wouldn't say he's the Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, he might be a Sorcerer Supreme in the second Doctor Strange movie, maybe. We don't know for sure. But I don't know if he's still the Sorcerer Supreme in the MCU still. I don't know. And he's teaching Strange how to understand about magic and sorcery and all this stuff that Stephen Strange has never learned about. And that's Benedict Wong as Wong. And I hope we do see more of him in the MCU though. And next up is Chiwetel Ejiofor, my bad. Chiwetel Ejiofor as Master Baron Mordo. He is really good in this movie. It's been a while since we've seen him in the MCU, even though he is going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But in this movie, he's really good in this movie. He's really good as the character. And he's also training Strange how to make magic, and also train him how to fight. Train him how to train him about magic. Train him and teach him how to fight. Teach him how to do magic and mythical stuff, because those are the three characters I was talking about, because they were both teaching him. The Ancient One, Wong, and Master Baron Mordo is still teaching Strange how to do magic, and that was Mordo right there. They're still teaching him. Well, we are going to be seeing him in Doctor Strange too, though, and I think last but not least, hopefully I'm not missing anyone else. Last but not least is Mads Mikkelsen as I forgot the main villain's name. And I tried to pronounce it, but I was like, you know what, whatever. But Mads Mikkelsen as the main villain is really good in this movie because he feels like an actual villain, and he also knows how to control the mirror dimension, and he wants to start a mythical war, and now Doctor Strange has to stop him, even though Mads Mikkelsen as the main villain, he feels like an actual villain. He feels like a bad guy. We do see a little bit of his minions, or I think his minions or whatever, but Mads Mikkelsen is really good in this movie, and I think that's it for him. And hopefully I'm not missing anyone else. No, I'm not missing anyone else, hopefully. And I think that's it for the actors and the characters. So with this with this movie, I was actually really happy that this movie has some really cool visual effects. This movie has one of the best visual effects, CGI visual effects I ever seen in the MCU. Like, for example, the mirror dimension. If you look at the mirror dimension, that is some really cool visual effects. Like we get like New York. I think this movie takes place in New York, actually. We get the mirror dimension that has New York going upside down, looking forward. I mean, looking left or right, or looking upwards. That is some really cool visual effects, and I love the mirror dimension fight scene, which was kind of cool. And that the mirror dimension, those visual effects are sick. I just love it, and I can't wait to see more visual effects in the second film. But in the action in this movie, just blew me away. I love the action sequences in this movie, and I love the action scenes where like Doctor Strange and other characters, like other characters who discovers about more of the magic and the mythical stuff are using those circle shield things, like when they do, like, let's say they do this, and I'm like, are these shields or no? They kind of look like shields that my Marvel Legends Doctor Strange is holding. And then what else I really like about it is I do like the action when they're using their weapons and everything, and creating portals with the rings on, which was absolutely really cool. Where when they open portals, they go to like they actually travel and go through portals by going through another location, which was awesome. And I was actually blown away by that. And I think the action sequences are pretty cool. And also I like the origin. I like the plot and the origins. The plot actually discovers more of the origin story. I really like the plot where we discover more of Doctor Strange's origin story. It's not just because how he became a surgeon. It's not just because he's a surgeon who works at a hospital. This movie discovers of an origin story of how he get into a car accident, messes up his hands, finds some help, and becomes a sorcerer, and discovers about magic and mythical stuff that he studied in the movie. And that's why I love this character so much. And I hope we do see more Benedict Cumberbatch Doctor Strange in the MCU, which I think we are, depending on Benedict Cumberbatch either taking a break or not. I don't know. But I can't wait for, and I think this new Doctor Strange movie is the best I ever seen in the MCU. So I'm actually really excited to see the new Doctor Strange movie, though, and including everybody. Like, if you're an MCU fan, I'm sure you guys out there are looking forward to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is probably going to be one of the biggest, which I think is probably going to be one of the biggest Marvel movies in the MCU, which is good by me, because I'm actually seeing it in theaters, and I can't wait to see it, though. So I think that's it for this Doctor Strange movie leading up to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So that's why I wanted to watch and review this movie, just because Doctor Strange 2 is coming out. So I think that's it for this movie review for the first Doctor Strange movie, and I think that's about it. So be sure to like, subscribe, press the notification button, follow me on Instagram, comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.